What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming back at you with another edition of Bardo's Breakdown. I hope all's well. Hope everybody's doing well today. Got one of the best days of the sports calendar, I would say, is Game 5 of a tied NBA series. 2-2. Warriors-Celtics hook up in San Francisco tonight. A lot on the line, obviously. Coming off Steph's wonderful performance, 43 points in a magical Game 4 performance to tie the series up for the Warriors. Dr. Sidney J., good to see you. Meredith Evans, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys, John Keaton, good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've had a great weekend. This ought to be fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think that we could see something kind of epic based on the way that this series has gone. I think it's safe to say that, we could see some really, really big time things happening. Captain Fletcher, good to see you. Let's get into it. A lot of people don't realize how close this series has actually been. Although all 4 games have been decided by more or 10 points or more, each game has been a double-digit win for the respective teams. But let me throw some stats up for you before we get into the analysis. The Warriors have scored 422 points this series. The Celtics have scored 421. I'm going to say that again. The Warriors have 422 points on the series, and the Celtics have 421. Even though each game has been decided by 10 points or more, right? So it seems as though this is, it's kind of like, wow, this is a weird series, but the numbers say something different. Both teams, ladies and gentlemen, have hit exactly 64 threes. Both teams have made 64 three-point shots on the series. The Warriors lead the Celtics in offensive rebounding 40-39. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. These are the numbers. Lawrence Holmes, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Elite Interviews, MT Wall 71. Terry Campbell, good to see you. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. The Celtics have the Celtics have 7 more made free throws than the Warriors. And the Warriors have 4 more field goals overall. That's it. Right? So those are the numbers in terms of how close this series has been. Let me run it back real quick. The Warriors have scored 422 points to the Celtics 421. 1 point difference in 4 games. Each game has been decided by 10 points or more, which it threw me off. It really threw me off before I did the research. Both teams have made 64 threes. The Warriors have a 1 offensive rebound lead, 40-39 over the Celtics. The Celtics have made 7 more free throws. The Warriors have made 4 more field goals, right? So this has been a close series in spite of the final scores in each of the games, okay? So it's been fantastic to me. Okay. Captain Fletcher says, yes, sir, I believe this will be a double overtime classic. Okay, so Captain Fletcher thinks that this series is going to buck the trend. What do you guys think? Nikki Lang Perkins, what's good? Congratulations, Nikki. I think Nikki became president of her Delta chapter, maybe, or Delta regional president, something big time. So, Nikki, congratulations, tribe member. The Truth, JLB, good to see you. I think this is your first time on. If it is, welcome to Bardo's Breakdown. 2 rules: be polite and come strong to the hole. Don't bring that weak shit in here because you get clowned on a fun way. We don't attack on this platform. So enjoy yourself. Welcome if this is your first time. Glad you're here. Let's say, what's up, Carol Paul Paquette? Ardell Blanchard, good to see you. Jordan David Towns, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Jordan, I want to come and give you guys some things that you may not hear from other people, just to give you some insight, because when you hear those numbers, compared to what the final scores have been, the final scores are a little misleading about how closely this series has been played. But thank you for that. Captain said that the rebound lead got me off balance. I thought Boston would be leading in rebounds. So did I, Captain, especially on the offensive rebound. But Kevon Looney's done a pretty good job, as has Draymond Green. Draymond's done a pretty good job on the glass. He struggled offensively in terms of shooting the basketball and scoring, but he's been pretty good on the glass. Belmo Sports, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Jordan David Town says, congrats, Greek, talking to Nikki Lang Perkins. Let's see. JYD Brent, what are your feelings on Andrew Wiggins? The 16 rebounds were shocking. I thought he was a tease, and I still do, but this is the best he's ever played. You know what, JYD Brent, I think what you're seeing is a young man in Andrew Wiggins who's had this potential all along, but for whatever reason, the environment, the coaching, his teammates, maybe he needed to mature a little bit. He needed to get out of Minnesota for a breath of fresh air, and maybe he needed that little bit of tension, that pressure that comes with playing with greats like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, the competitive fire that a Draymond Green brings, the professionalism of a Kevon Looney. I think that this environment has allowed him to utilize and bring forth his potential that we all saw, that I believe made him the number one pick in the draft. But that potential had eluded him in Minnesota. I think what we're seeing now is a young man that's found the right environment. He found the right situation. He's getting pushed enough. I think he's getting supported enough to where you're starting to see him blossom into this type of player. Because listen, guys, I knew Andrew Wiggins could play defense, but he did a hell of a job on Luka Doncic. I think he did the best job on Luka Doncic defensively that we saw in the playoffs. He did a hell of a job. So that was something that I didn't even know existed in his game. And the fact that he's getting on the rebounds, that's a good thing. Louis Timon, good to see you, Louis. Carol Popaquette, well, if I go by this series, is the Celtics' turn to come out hot and win. But I'm going against the odds and picking the Warriors to win because of two words: Steph Curry, Chef Curry. I heard that, Carol. She stayed with Chef Curry. Nazir Shabazz, what's up, Nazir? Good to see you. What adjustments do you see Boston making? Captain, I don't think Boston's going to make that many adjustments. Here's why. When you look at Game 4, Jason Tatum, let me pull this up. Where is that stat? Okay, Jason Tatum in Game 4 was 1 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. And to me, Tatum has been settling too much for three-point shots. He has not put the ball on the deck and created enough pressure on the Golden State offense or defense, I believe, in the last couple games. I know his three-point attempts have been double digits the last 2 games, and a lot of those are contested. Now, Jason Tatum hits contested jumpers as well as anybody in the league. We know this. But when you think about him being 6'8", 6'9", with the ability to put it on the floor, big, strong shoulders, can get to the rim, I think he's letting the Golden State defense off the hook. So what we'll see, possibly, in my opinion, from Jason Tatum tonight is that he's going to try to get to the rim a little bit more. I don't think he's going to settle for so many contested three-point shots. He's going to take them, but I don't think he's going to take as many. I think he's going to put the ball on the deck. They may run him into the post. They may try to put him in different positions to where he can get to the free throw line a little bit more, because he hasn't gotten to the line as much. And when I see 1 of 5 field goals in the fourth quarter, that tells me, 1, he only took 5 attempts. 2, that he didn't put pressure on the Golden State defense. That's what I see. So that's what I think we may see. But I don't think Boston needs to make many adjustments at all, Captain, because if we go back and roll the tape on Steph Curry and the way that he was able to hit those 43 points, he got a lot of those contested. And all you can do with a great shooter like Steph Curry, you got to make it difficult on him. He hit some difficult shots. I mean, some of those shots were some of the most difficult that I'd seen in the NBA playoff finals, NBA finals. I think you all would agree with that. Gailey Tucker, Al from Al and Pal's show. Y'all check out Al and Pal's show. They do a really good job on YouTube. I don't know, Al, if you guys are on Facebook anymore, but go check them out, man. They do a good job. BMW Mueller, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Joe Stovall, tribe member. Joe, did you ever get the shirt I sent you? I never heard from you. I hope you got the shirt, the t-shirt. Let me know if you did. How do you get the ball out of Steph's hands? Question mark. When he's coming downhill with the high pick and roll, the Boston bigs look like they are the wrong dance partners in a salsa contest. Yeah, I mean, great point, Joe. But Steph makes everybody look like that, right? Steph keeps people off balance. That's why he's one of the best in the game at what he does. He's so good at that. And so if you're Ime Udoka and the Boston Celtics staff, do you want to try to deny Steph to deny him the ability to get into his space, or do you just double team him off the rip? Because I don't think Boston wants to double team Steph off the rip, because here's what happens. If you double team Steph 25 feet away from the bucket and he could get it out quickly, now Golden State is 4-on-3. And you still got Klay Thompson out there. You still got Andrew Wiggins out there. You got Draymond Green, and you've got Kevon Looney in the starting lineup. Now, Kevon Looney is going to be along the baseline. Draymond can facilitate. And, of course, Wiggins and Klay, they can knock down a three. So do you want to risk getting other guys involved, like Klay Thompson, like Nikki's asking, what are my thoughts on Klay? I feel like I was looking for more from him, right? If you're the Boston Celtics, you don't want Klay Thompson to wake up. You don't want that. You want to let sleeping dogs lie. And so I don't think the Celtics defense, Joe, was that bad. I just think Steph Curry was that great. And I don't think it was a bad game plan. But I don't know. I think what the Celtics are doing with Steph, because nobody else is getting off. Draymond can't throw the ball on the side of he's 0 for 9 from 3. He's got more fouls than he has points in the series. He's not giving the Warriors much offensively. Andrew Wiggins was not going to be as hot in this series as he was against Dallas, but he's been pretty good, but he hasn't had that game where he's just busted out. So I don't know, Joe. I'm impressed with the way that the Celtics are guarding the Warriors and Steph Curry. You got to pick your poison. You can't shut off Steph and shut everybody else off. That's impossible. That's why they made the finals, right? Great question, though. I like that. Al from Al and Pal's show. Okay, Al brings up a great point, and I wanted somebody to bring this up, okay? So Al and Pal says, do you like Draymond doing a podcast during the finals right after every playoff game? I love it. I love it. Here's the thing, Al. Professional athletes have an incredible capacity to do a number of different things. And the general population and fans of the NBA, well, in sports in general, the narratives that describe NBA players are controlled by people who have never played the game. Let me repeat that. let me repeat myself here. The people who control the narratives around the NBA and what the NBA players should be about do not and have not ever played the game. So NBA players have a tremendous capacity to do a number of different things. They're not a one-trick pony. And here's the thing. He's doing them after the game. It ain't like he's in the locker room and getting sound bites from cats before the game. He's playing the game. He's giving everything that he has. He's not playing well, but he's playing the game. And then after the game, you guys want me to share with you some of the things that NBA players do after games? I mean, having a podcast, to me, I don't know why more players don't do it. Because what happens is Draymond goes back and looks at the game tape. He's a savant. So he's going to go back and look at the game tape. I don't know whether he does his post-game analysis for his podcast before or after he watches the game tape. But if you're a businessman, let me give you this. Let me give you this perspective. If you're a businessman and you want to go into the media space when your career's over, what better way to do a podcast when you know everybody that's watching the games will want to hear what you have to say, whether to dog you out or not? It's brilliant. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about Draymond podcasting as opposed to him playing. And guess what, Al? If the Warriors win the NBA title, nobody's going to care that he was podcasting right after a game. And if the Warriors lose in the finals, guess what happens when the finals are over? Guess who's going to be calling Draymond Green to come sit on the set of First Take? Exactly. Because every player outside of Amari Stoudemire that I'm aware of, every player that First Take and ESPN has been bringing up on the set have been current or former NBA players with a podcast. Matt Barnes, JJ Redick, CJ McCollum, Kendrick Perkins, Pat Beverly. I don't know. I don't think Pat Beverly has a podcast. Best believe he's going to start one soon. So when you talk about Draymond Green, who's an NBA champion, who is a very unique player, he's struggling offensively right now. But Stephen A is blowing up his platform. So I think it's brilliant. Because one, where else are you going to get a player that just played in the NBA finals and you get his fresh perspective? Now the media gets his first reaction because they have to go to the press conference, post-game press conference. And so the media will get his first thoughts. But Draymond will have the ability to go and do what he has to do, get home, get set up for the podcast, and then give you the straight fire. So we always talk about, we want athletes to be truthful and honest. Well, damn. We can't ask for more than this. And if Draymond Green has the heart and the nuts, yes, I said that. If Draymond Green has the heart and the nuts to put it on the line playing and then doing a podcast after the game, and he's open to that criticism, shoot. Go on, Draymond. Do your thing. Because from a business standpoint, it's brilliant. If he's going to grow his podcast and he's in the NBA Finals, he's leveraging his participation with the Golden State Warriors. He's leveraging that to build up his platform. I think it's brilliant. I hope that answered your question, but great question, Al. Thank you for that. That was spot on. I don't like that they give their opinion on other teams like what they should do player personnel wise. What if the team do it and it works? Al, I can't speak to that. I just like the fact that the cat is honest and he's utilizing the biggest platform in basketball to grow his podcast. I have no problem with it. Let me see here. Let me get back to finish up this Warriors thing here. So the Celtics are 8-3 on the road in this playoffs. The Warriors are 10-1 at home. Okay. So just to give you that, and I'm going to put my prediction out here. I got the Celtics winning 105, the Warriors 103 tonight. I just think there's something about this Celtics team that bucks the trend. They play very well on the road. I know it's Golden State. I know we get enamored and we get romanticized when Steph goes off like that. And that warm Golden State feeling comes over us. And we just think that's just gonna float Golden State on to a championship. I have a different feeling on that. I think their game plan has been really good. They've just been inconsistent on the offensive end. But defensively, I think Boston has done a really good job of containing the others. Clay, Andrew Wiggins. They have not gone off, right? And what has to happen for the Boston Celtics, in my opinion, to win, you guys remember game one, Al Horford had 26, Derek White had 21, and Marcus Smart had 18, and they blew out Golden State. That's not going to happen. I don't see that happening again because they shot lights out from three. Now, if they can shoot 40% or better from three, I like the Celtics in this one. And my gut is telling me I went with Celtics in 7. My gut is telling me that the Celtics are going to get this game. I got 105, 103. Let me hear what you guys think before we jump to the next topic. Let me go back up in here and see. Let's see. Joe said, I told you I'm working on my summer bod. Right now, I look at every other before picture in the fitness magazine. Joe, that's funny. Yeah, I love my tribe, man. Oh, y'all give me life, man. Then Keith Howell, what's up, Keith? Steph movement, when he gets off the ball, his movement is hard to cover and control. He will get open. He only needs a little bit of space. Keith, that could be accurate, but what I'll say to that, Golden State is not running their motion offense. You're used to seeing Golden State in that motion offense where they're running like crazy. They're not doing that right now because Boston, what happens when they step off those pin downs? You know what a pin down is, guys? Where Steph and Clay are here, the bigs come down and set a screen, and they come out towards the basketball. You can't do that against Boston because they can switch all 5 players. Robert Williams can stay in front of Steph. He can stay in front of all those guys. So Golden State has had to abandon their traditional motion offense, and they've had to go more traditional screen game, ball screen action, because they're trying to find the mismatches that Steph can take advantage of. So he is hard to control for teams other than Boston, because Boston does a great job with that. What's up, Malcolm? Could we have asked for a better finals matchup? 2 high-powered offense and defensive teams. I got the Warriors, though. Malcolm is you spot on, Malcolm. It's been a great series. It's been a great playoff season. Great playoff season. I love it. Marcus Smart needs to stay hot for the Celtics to win. I think Smart, he's definitely a key, Malcolm. I would say more important than him, Derek White. Derek White is a key for the Celtics because when he comes in and he's scoring, now Jaylen Brown can relax. Jason Tatum can relax a little bit. Those guys seem to me, Brown and Tatum, as the game progresses, they seem to be a little bit tight. They seem, if they don't have some other options where when Tatum puts it on the deck and he's got another secondary defender coming, he can kick. If they're not hitting, then that pressure really builds on Brown and Tatum. So Horford, White, Smart, I don't think they can repeat game one. That was unbelievable. But those three guys are a key, and in particular, Derek White, in my opinion, I think will be advantaged. They are taking advantage of Robert Williams on the perimeter because he's not 100%. Al, that's true, but at 60 to 75%, Robert Williams is still a really good defender for a big. He does a great job of switching out. I think he's done a fantastic job. Let's see. What's up, Antoine? What scares me the most is that it seems as though betting and Vegas is playing a huge part in making the series go 7. Steph does what he wants, and that includes winning the series if bets were off. Okay. What's up, Jeff Jarvis? Oh man, Jeff, please. You doing your thing, bro. We're all busy. I just appreciate you guys when you can take the time to join me. I always appreciate that. Why is my okay, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Naomi Eisenberg. If the Warriors lose this playoff, it's going to be Draymond's fault. Sorry, you can't talk a big game and score 2 points in a playoff. Well, Naomi, I would disagree with you. He'll be the media's choice to blame for the series loss, but there's four. These are two teams playing. They're not individuals. Because if Draymond was playing the NBA Finals by himself, he would have got swept already. He's not playing well. But they're tied up 2-2. And here's the thing, Naomi. If the Warriors going on to win the series, they're not even going to remember what Draymond did. We're not going to go back and look at the stats and say, oh, wow, Draymond was horrible for the first 4 games. In the last 3 games, he played a little bit better and Golden State won. They're not going to say that. It's not going to be Draymond's fault. He's not playing well, but he's man enough to take it. He doesn't care. Because here's the thing, when you're building a media platform, I don't like this because I don't like negative people in my space. I don't like that. Draymond handles it very well. But when you're building a media platform, all attention is good attention. And when you have the thick skin like Draymond has, it's really playing into it's benefiting him way more than people think it's hurting the Golden State Warriors. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, he has cleared this with his team. They were well aware of Draymond, that he was going to podcast post game. They were well aware of that before the series started. So there's no surprises here. Golden State is a tight-knit group. And they're eccentric. They've got some guys who are a little eccentric, like Draymond, but they got to the finals for a reason. And I don't think that he cares. That's just me. But thank you for that, Naomi, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Let me see what else we got here. Captain Fletcher, Stephen Bardo set up a final watch party if this goes 7. If it's game 7, ladies and gentlemen, we can find a venue to go watch the game 7 here in Chicago. If those of you all are interested, I will set that up. Thank you very much, Captain Fletcher, tribe member. That's why you want to be a part of the tribe. Come up with great ideas like this all the time. Ruby Harrington, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well out there in sunny California. A Game Podcast, good to see you. Thanks for joining. What happened to Draymond offensively? A few years ago, he was a decent scorer, even occasionally hit threes. His age caught up to him, or I didn't see the rest, Al. I think he's just lost his confidence right now. He'll get it back. T Farmer 8, I think that's Tony Farmer. What's up, Tony? Good to see you. Check Bardo's breakdown page. I've got an interview and some nice clips from former Golden State Warrior Tony Farmer. Had an excellent interview, and he's doing great things in the business world. Make sure you check that out. Joe Stovall says, Floyd Mayweather said it best. Half come to see me win, half come to see me lose. but all pay to see me. Get that cheese, Draymond. That's right, Joe Stovall. Joe knows what time it is. It's about setting yourself up. Let's see. TJ Tracy says Celtics haven't lost back-to-back this postseason. I'm taking Boston tonight. Now, see, TJ, thank you for sharing that. I wasn't aware of that, but that's a great point. Something's going to give tonight, though. Something's got to give. It's going to be a great game. I can't wait. I don't know how many free throws each team has shot, Carol. I just know that the Celtics have made 7 more than the Warriors, and the Warriors have made 4 more field goals. That's the closeness. That's how close this series has been. Jeff Jarvis comes with some heat in defense of Draymond Green. He said Rodman didn't score very many points either. But we know what Dennis Rodman did. And what did Dennis Rodman do after the games? He went to the strip club. So, I don't know. I don't have a problem with Draymond doing a podcast. If I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, I'd much rather hear Draymond's thoughts on a podcast than get caught up in some Chicago White Sox Tim Anderson stuff. Ooh-wee. I don't know if y'all saw that. Man, I hope that is not true. Go look it up. I'm not gonna put my man on blast because I'm a Chicago White Sox fan, but man, you talking about messy. So Draymond could be Dennis Rodman. Great point, Jeff Jarvis. Okay. Lauren Foster already has a place. The Tavern on the Road would be a great place located in Wabash in Washington. If it goes 7, ladies and gentlemen, let's go meet up at Tavern on the Road. Let me see what time the game would be if they go 7. So it would be Sunday. Oh, it's a 7 p.m. Okay. So it'd be Sunday, 7 p.m. Hey, you know what? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Monday is a national holiday. Juneteenth. So for those of you all that have a national holiday a week from today, and we go game 7, we might be going to Tavern on the Road. Thank you, Lauren Foster. Appreciate the heads up. Let's see. Joe Stovall says Draymond will get tossed tonight. 2 T's in the second half. We'll have to see about that. Yes, Meredith Evans agrees with me. Zeke Upshaw Foundation. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate you. All right. Man, we are game 5 heavy, which I thought we would be. I'm going to go through these last 2 quickly because I've been asked a little bit about this. You know what? I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to talk about, can the Hoosiers win? Can the Indiana Hoosiers win the Big Ten title next year? Trace Jackson Davis is back. So right now, the starting lineup for the Hoosiers is Trace Jackson Davis, Race Thompson, a 6th-year senior, Xavier Johnson, a 5th-year senior, Tamar Bates, who will be a sophomore, who is an outstanding freshman that is big, strong, and can score. Jalen Hood-Schifino is a 5-star guard who is outstanding. Don't forget Miller Kopp is in the mix. They've got another Malik Renault, who is supposed to be really, really talented incoming freshman. So it looks like Indiana could really win the Big Ten title. I wanted to see what my college basketball fans had to say about that really quickly. Let's see. Bill Randall says, what do you think of Granderson transferring to Duke? Bill, I think Jacob Granderson, I'm happy for him because he did a great job with the Illini. I was sorry to see that he left. I thought he was a great fit for the Illini program. Not quite sure why I know I think he put his name in the draft just to test the waters. Then he took himself out, but he put himself in the transfer portal. I don't know if he was informed by the Illini staff, whether, he might have greener pastures elsewhere. Not quite sure. But it's funny because Jacob Grandison is the second Big Ten player to transfer to Duke this offseason. Remember, Ryan Young, the center for Northwestern. I don't know that Ryan even started this season. He played starter minutes, obviously, but I don't know that he started this season. He transferred to Duke as well. So Ryan Young from Northwestern, Jacob Grandison from Illinois will be with Duke, and they'll be integral members. They'll be very important members of the Duke Blue Devils this season. So, Bill, I wish Jacob Grandison the best. He's a bright young man. He's a nice fella. He did a great job for the Illini, and I wish him luck. And I hope the Illini don't see Duke, because Jacob could probably go off if they were to meet. Let's see. Ardell Blanchard asked, do you think Pete Nance will be at Michigan? Pete Nance from Northwestern is in the transfer portal as well. Illinois was considering him, I think, until they got Matthew Meyer from Baylor. And so I think he's still in the mix. Ardell, that'd be a heck of a pickup, because he would fit in nicely with what Juwan Howard and the Michigan Wolverines are trying to do. Yeah, it's a little early for me tonight, Facebook user. I had to get on and get through some things. I've got a couple conflicts. I've got to get something done right before the Game 5 comes on, so I wanted to move it up an hour. But I'll go back to the regular time next week. But give me your thoughts real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to wrap up, because it doesn't sound like anybody's really interested in the Indiana talk necessarily, but I want to throw that out there. But I'm going to put my prediction up again. I got the Celtics 105, the Warriors 103. Quickly share with me what you guys think the outcome will be tonight. I want to hear from you guys. Let me go back. I think somebody said they've got Boston, because Boston has not lost 2 in a row in the playoffs thus far. Want to hear your thoughts. Who you guys got tonight and why? Let me see. Let's see. Am I seeing anybody? I think you got Jeff Jarvis has 103-95 Celtics. So he's kind of in agreement with me. Carol Pope Paquette has Warriors 104, Celtics 99. It's interesting. I think a lot of us think that this is going to be kind of a low-scoring game. Darren Guest, what's up, big fella? Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Glad you could join. He's got the Warriors winning. Carol's got the Warriors winning because of Steph. Facebook user said, I think the winner tonight wins the series. Statistically, I believe, I want to say it's 87% of Game 5 winners go on to win the NBA Finals. So tonight is critical. And this one should get huge ratings. Everybody that even thinks about being an NBA fan will probably be tuned in tonight. So it's going to be a heck of a game. Shane Vetter, Realtor, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Michael Broom says, Golden State in a close one. Klay Thompson is due for a hot shooting night. I agree. Same thing Nikki Lane Perkins talked about earlier, thinking that she would see Game 6 Klay Thompson from a few years back. Jeff Jarvis says, going to be a physical game. Grab your popcorn early, no doubt. Yes, TJ Tracy. That's Darren Guest from Thornton, big fella. That's him. Joe Stovall says, if Boston pounds the boards, limiting Golden State's second chance points, Celtics wins 107-99. So it's interesting. A lot of people have Boston winning this Game 5 on the road like I do. It's going to be a great, great matchup. P.A. Jabby 31, thanks for joining. I need you guys to like, comment, and share on these videos. It really helps the growth of the show. It's really starting to pick up some momentum thanks to you all and the fact that you give your time to support this channel. And we're starting to put up clips from some of these interviews that I've done from previous Big Ten, former Big Ten players. Where are they now? So make sure you come back If you haven't checked in to Bardo's Breakdown page, make sure you do so. But the videos will be posted. Links will be posted on IG, but they'll be posted also on YouTube and the Facebook page. So you can go to both of those, the Bardo's Breakdown page, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Bardo Media. So like, share, and subscribe, please. It really, really helps. Yeah, sometimes Facebook use, I don't know why it does that. Sometimes names will show up and then sometimes they won't. Greetings from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Oh my gosh. PA Jabby 31. West Africa in the house. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. If you like this basketball conversation, please share with the people that you think would benefit the most. Andrew Moody. What's up, Moody? No Zoomer Sports, huh? You jumping on your personal one. I like, oh, there you go. Zoomer Sports in the house. Dan Pearson. He says, oh, Golden State 116, Celtics 104, 40 plus for Steph. Dan Pearson drinking the Warriors Kool-Aid. I love it. I love it. Let me see if I got another comment coming in. But Celtics is 7. Hard to switch to Zoomer. Oh, okay. Had to switch to Zoomer. All right. I appreciate that, Andrew. I got the Celtics in 7 as well. So it's going to be a great one tonight. But let me throw my banner up here to make sure that you guys, if you want to join the tribe, text me 312-847-2739. 312-847-2739. That's the inner circle of Bardo's Breakdown. You get special clips. I answer direct questions to that group, and you be a part of the tribe, one of the best things going. All right? You guys, thank you for watching the #1 digital basketball show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I so appreciate you taking your time to support. Please share it with people that you think would enjoy the content, that can come with strong opinions like you guys do. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, Darren Guest says Warriors by 20. Curry has 40 plus. Drinking that Kool-Aid. Drinking that Kool-Aid. Clay will let the game come to him. Haywood Liggett the third, thank you, says he likes Golden State. So that'll do it for this edition of Bardo's Breakdown. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, y'all, peace.